Hello, hello, hello. Hello, and thank you so much for joining me today. This is Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe below so you do not miss out on any of the juicy cleaning business industry news. So today I am streaming live because I wanted to tell you about something that's really, really important, and that is how to position your business to six figures. So you hear a lot about positioning, and you may wonder, what is that? What exactly is positioning? So positioning is basically having your company in a position where cleaning customers, your prospective cleaning customers, view you as a viable professional cleaning business. Now, there is a lot of competition out there. So, how do you position your business where you're the go to in your local, regional, national area? There are several things you need to do to position your company. And one of the most important is branding. Branding is basically your message to your particular target market. So, let's say if you're interested in doing retail, you must make sure that your target market understands what your brand is. What do you actually feel they perceive you as? Are you someone they can call if there's an emergency? If something happens in the retail store after hours? Are you the company that they go to for great customer service? That's what branding is. Branding is having the message, how you're perceived, not how you perceive your own company, but how your target market, which are your individuals you're trying to attract to you, perceive your company. Now, there's several ways you get the brand out, and that helps with the positioning. One way is having your core values understood and having them either on a your marketing information, having on your website, but you want to have your message out there. What are you about? What do you stand for? What are your core values? That's important because you want to line up, and a lot of individuals want to line up with a company that their core values are on the same page. So if you have family values, your website, your messaging, your information should convey that. If you're all about customer service, then your messages should convey that. So you don't want to have something, if you're talking about family values, and then you're doing something that distracts or retracts that. So make sure that they're consistent. In this industry, one of the most important things is consistency. You must make sure that your messages, what you're representing, what you're doing is consistent. And one of the ways you do that is that everything from your IG to your LinkedIn, Facebook, your material, anything you have, you definitely want to make sure that's consistent. So when we talk about positioning and branding, it's more than just a logo. A lot of people, individuals, just think they put a logo up of someone sweeping. That's what a lot of the cleaning industry's logos are. They'll have someone with a broom and dustpan or a mop or a silhouette of them looking like they're doing some cleaning. A logo is just a small, small portion of when it comes to branding. And in today's environment, more than ever, you really, really want to understand what branding is, because during this time, there are going to be a lot of individuals that are starting cleaning companies. They're going to be starting them left and right. Everyone's going to say the same exact thing, that they're different. They train their individuals well. They have really great employees, so on and so forth. Well, if everyone is saying the same thing, how is it that you're going to be different? Branding is one of those things that positions your company to be different. Now, other than the logo, the most important thing is your message, which is about your core value, your message. Think of a company that you really resonate with and understand what is exactly about them that the message is consistent. What are they saying all the time? One of my favorites is Chick-fil-A. You can go to a Chick-fil-A, which I just came back from Ohio visiting my mom, and I went to that Chick-fil-A. The same exact service is at the same Chick-fil-A, whether it is in Ohio or in DC or Nebraska. Why? Because they have what is one of my favorite things, a system in place. So part of branding your message, your core value, is having a consistent system that you can duplicate regardless of whether you're in the business working in it, or preferably you're working on the business, so that your employees or your future employees, because even if you're not where you want to be now, the goal is to get there. So we're working towards getting to six figures. from 0 to 6 figures within a year. One of the things you want to make sure is you have your systems in place, and branding helps to facilitate that, because each and everything you do is going to be the exact same thing each and every time. Now, if John, your employee, is doing something in this building different than Sally is, then guess what? You're not going to have the same core system in place, and you're not going to have the same brand. She may be giving a different branding idea to this customer, and he may be giving a different one to that customer. So they're all over the place. The only way you're going to do that as you, as the professional owner, you're going to make sure that you implement systems. And I always like to do actionable items. So right now, I want you, if you're driving, if you're looking at this at your day job, and right now you cannot write it down, your actionable item today is to write down that you need to put systems in place. Systems will allow you to scale your business to 6 figures and beyond. And that is the goal. Our goal is to not work in our business, but to work on our business. And when we're able to do that, we're able to work on our business from anywhere in the world. And that's a great thing. And having that freedom, that financial and time freedom, is the whole purpose of being an entrepreneur, not to be a glorified employee, which is what I would say you are if you are having to work the business every day. Now, if you love doing it, then disregard that. But if you want to be able to grow more, you cannot be in the business and then actually have the business grow. You have to work on the business from the outside in order to do that. And in order to do that, like I said, you have to have your systems in place. You have to be in a situation to attract your customers, to attract them. And one of the ways you do that is through branding. Now, another way is to have a unique, which I could call your unique system. Your unique system could be anything. It could be from how you train your employees so that they are trained differently than the average competitor, how you have your equipment, that your equipment is different, the way your method, that's your unique system. Now, that's one of the most important differentiators when it comes to when you do your walkthrough and you are there to convince. And if you're positioned, you will not have to do a lot of convincing, because they're going to want you. You're already going to be pre-sold on that customer if you're positioning, and positioning as far as branding, your message, your consistency, your systems. That is what makes a potential customer stop and say, I've had 20 quotes, bids, 3 people do walkthrough yesterday, 4 did walkthroughs today. And by the end of the walkthrough, they're asking you, when can you start? That is one of the best positions you can be in when you're a well sought after commodity, and not just where it's like, oh, here comes another company, another way that they're saying they're different. But when you submit the paperwork, it's all the same. You're saying the same keywords. We're background checked, and we provide this and we do that. Everyone is saying that. They're saying the same thing. And just think about it. Because during COVID-19, we have so much interest in cleaning. We've got just so many people now starting their cleaning companies. And one of the ways you're going to stand out is when you have your unique system. I call it your signature system. And one of the things I love to do is to help you build your signature system and to help you scale your business towards 6 figures with branding, positioning, and being able to predict your sales. I love to call it my sales simulator. When you have a sales simulator in place, you plug in the numbers, it tells you exactly what you're going to need to be able to scale your business month by month by month, the exact numbers, how many people you're going to have to talk to, what you're going to have to convert. Those are the individuals that you actually see to customers. So that's your conversion rate. You have to know your numbers. If you ever looked at Shark Tank, that's the one thing they talk about, knowing your numbers. That's exactly what it is. So my actual system that I've used has been my sales stimulator, which is a part of my systems that I've built, which you always hear me talk about. If you've looked at my channel over any period of time, I'm always talking about systems, because systems allows you to automate your business, which allows you to take yourself out of it, which gives you time and financial freedom, which I'm all about. So if you're interested in learning more about sales simulators where you can plug in the numbers and they automatically automate it for you to know what you need this month to make it to this amount of money, how many customers, how many phone calls, how many in person, all of that. If you're interested in my escape formula, which actually goes step by step on how to set up all of your business from zero, from scratch to six figures within a year. If all of this interests you, then make sure you click the link below to register for my six-figure cleaning business from scratch masterclass. It is going to blow your mind when it comes to how dedicated but simple the process is for being able to scale your business to six figures. Now, I'm not going to say it's easy. I do say it's simple because there is a roadmap, a blueprint, have you say, to be able to get from zero to six figures. So you're wondering how some people are able to get started, and within 18 months, you're talking to them and they're 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. And then you have other individuals that are like $47,000 and they've been there for like the last 10 years. Sort of reminds you of those people that go to the gym. You see them at the gym, they're running all the time. They're there every day and they look exactly the same. And it's because there's something that they're not doing. They don't have a system in place. They have not figured out the roadmap to be able to get there. They may be working out, but it could be that they're not sleeping well, or they're not sleeping right, or they're not getting the amount of rest, or it could be that they don't have their mindset right. All of that plays a role in setting up your systems when it comes to getting to your goal. So if you're interested in the masterclass, this is going to be the first time we have ever done the masterclass. It does fill up very quickly. We only have a certain amount of slots because the majority of the time we do a lot of Q&A. So we want to make sure that we do not run over an hour. That's our goal, is to get in and out in an hour, teach you what we really love to teach you, and keep it moving. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please make sure you subscribe to our six-figure from cleaning business masterclass from scratch, okay? And I am truly excited about it. Like I said, this is our first time. Normally we do it with our advanced accelerator, our academy accelerator course. And this time we're offering it absolutely free. And if you're serious, like I say, no excuses. If you're serious about scaling your business to six figures within a year, this is the masterclass for you. So make sure that you click to register. Space are limited, so do that today. And make sure you follow up on that actionable item that I gave you, which is making sure that you have a differentiator in your business. And the way you do that is to come up with your signature system. I go into this in great detail in the masterclass in how to set up your escape formula, your escape method to escape your 9 to 5 or escape working in the business. And that's the goal, the freedom to escape. So, not going to hold you any longer. Thank you so much for this. I usually do a live, I attempt to do that at least once a month, but I'm start doing it a lot more frequently, maybe once a week. The goal is for you to scale your cleaning business. That is why I am here. So I make sure that I give you content that's actionable, that you can take advantage of in the moment, where you can do the homework right now and get the results. So make sure you register for the masterclass. There'll be a link below. As soon as I get through with this live video, I'll put the link below and I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.